Closing Table with Loans by Katrina. This episode, we are talking about the Loans by Katrina experience. What is it? You keep hearing me talk about it. What is this experience that I'm going to get? Well, first, let me tell you, this episode is going to bring it all together because now you understand the heart behind the work. You understand the obedience, the becoming, the faith. Now it's like, okay, girl, we heard you. What is this thing that we're going to get? Well, it's the difference. It's what separates me from anybody else that you will come in contact with. And that is the Loans by Katrina experience. It's defined by three things: honesty, access, and knowledge. Simple does not mean small. So I want you to hear that. And I'm going to break each and every one of them down. And when I started in this industry, of course, I told you I did it scared. I did it not knowing what was to be. But I just kept walking by faith. I was like, okay, God, I'm going to move in this with your protection, with your order, with your structure. And some things began to emerge, consistent trends in my business. And those became the Loans by Katrina experience. That's how it was formed. Honesty first and foremost. It means that I'm going to tell you the truth, even if it costs me the deal. Even if you don't like it, I'm not going to be rude about it, but I'm going to tell you the truth as it relates to your credit, as it relates to the structure of the loan, as it relates to the situation. You will be informed. There will be no veil. I'm not going to try to do anything that is going to allow anybody to question my character or integrity. We can't do it. Listen, a good loan officer will get you approved, but a great one protects your future. So I want you to think about that. Not just getting to the table and signing for right now and then all hell breaks loose. We don't want that. I want it to sit in your spirit. A great loan officer protects your future. What is to come? Because this is just your first home, or this is your next home, or your first investment, or whatever it is. I want to set you up and help you build generational wealth, a large portfolio, so that you have something to leave to your loved ones. And honestly, I'm just going to keep it 100. It builds confidence. It lets me sleep at night. It allows me to talk to you, to look you in your face and be able to say, hey, this is what it was. We're not sugarcoating it. I want you to see everything so that you can make the best decision for you. Because what I think the decision is doesn't necessarily mean that's what you'll think. Again, confidence builds the legacy. My second pillar, access. Access means you are not in the dark. It means that when you call, I am going to answer. You're going to get a response. It's not, those aren't my business hours. You know, sometimes we have to talk at 9 o'clock. Sometimes we have to talk early in the morning. I've had clients that I've spoken to at 7 in the morning when I'm leaving the gym or whatever the case may be. It means that also you have access to a program or product that's going to work for you. Not just one, you're going to get a situation where you're able to look at different options and it's customized to what your needs are. What's going to be best based on your priorities, because everybody has different priorities. Education as well, stuff that you weren't taught. I talked about it before. When I bought my first and second and third home, I wasn't educated. I knew I was buying a home. I just knew, hey, this is how much money I need for the earnest money, and this is what my payment's going to be, and this is the money at close. But I didn't understand the stuff in the middle. I didn't understand that I could do a 15-year mortgage versus a 30-year, or a 25 versus a 30. I didn't understand, a lot of the components. I didn't understand how to pull equity out, even though I had done it previously. I didn't know what I did. Somebody just did it for me and said they could make it work, and they didn't explain it. You need to be educated. You need to have access. You'll have conversations that empower you, so that when you're talking to somebody about your experience or you're sharing your journey in this process, you're not like, well, I don't know, I need to ask somebody, or let me Google it. No, you don't need to Google it. You have a real human who is going to answer your phone. Remember, I'm about relationships. So I don't want you out in these streets not knowing what you're doing, and then something happens and you're like, oh my God. And you don't have to feel small to ask financial questions. That's probably why I bought 3 houses before I really understood what was going on, because I was afraid to ask the questions. But you don't have to be. Access removes the intimidation. No need to be intimidated. You have me. I'm walking with you through this journey. So we got honesty, we got access, and then of course there is knowledge. Knowledge is not just information. It's understanding. It's knowing how to apply the information that you're getting. It's not a situation where I'm just sending you documents and I explain them and then, oh, well, I really didn't understand what she says. No, we're going to break it down. And in my initial conversation, I tell my clients, we're going to talk about this over and over. And one day it will click and it'll make sense. But we're going to talk about it so you can understand exactly what you're doing. I'm breaking it down. Remember, that's the educator in me. I like to teach. I want to make sure. And I'm going to make sure that I present it in a way that you can get it. Fear thrives in confusion. We got to remove the fear, the anxiety, the doubt, because you are supposed to be a homeowner. You are. You deserve it. You can have your piece of the American dream just like everybody else. Everybody's journey to the finish line is going to look different, but that's okay. You'll be confidently moving. When my clients leave and they close, they're not just leaving the closing with the keys. They know why they got qualified. They know what their payment means. They know how their equity is growing, and they know what their next step is. And they have me. I'm still involved in the process. I'm reaching out when rates drop. I'm reaching out when, hey, this is a good opportunity for you to refinance, or hey, what are you looking at doing next? Because in this journey, we would have talked about your desire to possibly be an investor or next steps and getting everything situated. And that's powerful, knowing that you have somebody that you can trust. I love it when my clients send me referrals because I don't have to sell myself because they have already talked to the individual. They've told them about the Loans by Katrina experience, what they got, what they received, and they'll text me and I reach out to them. So every year, for sure, at least 3 times a year, I'm reaching out to my past clients, if not more, because again, they become my family. So we talk about a lot of things, and no question, no situation is too big or too small. So they feel good when they can share with their loved ones, hey, this is somebody I trust, and you can talk to her. You don't have to sugarcoat it. You can tell her everything, and Katrina will be able to assist you because she's going to give you honesty, access, and she's going to be knowledgeable about it. Now, when it comes to my partners, I said I have over 30 realtor partners, and I'm always growing. I'm always looking for new realtor partners, not any, but I'm always looking for good realtor partners where there's alignment. And realtors that I work with, they love me because I communicate. I don't disappear. I don't not answer my phone. They know exactly where their client is in the process. They know if there are any concerns. Now, I don't share information that I can't share that is confidential, but integrity outlasts interest rates. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. And they understand and know that, hey, Katrina's gonna let me know if this is doable or not. Because remember, our names are on these documents. We submit, and even though real estate is big, it's not big. Because when they see the next time Katrina Fluke is on the document, they're like, I remember her. We had a great experience. It was a 30-day closing, but we got to the closing table in 20 days. Absolutely. So now it's like, okay, yeah, I'm encouraging my seller. This is the person who we may need to go with because this loan officer is on top of her game. When markets shift, when rates change, another thing that I provide for my realtor partners is every month we do a monthly closing table. The first Monday of every month, we talk about what's trending in the market, what's going on. It's a platform where we can talk, where my realtors can share experiences with one another. It's not just me talking at them or to them, but I'm giving real situations in a environment where, hey, we don't have to perform. We don't have to be anybody else. We can just talk about it and let's talk through it so that we could be the best support we can be with our clients. Remember, faith with stewardship. We want to steward our gifts. We want to move the way we're supposed to. As a mother, as a nana, as a wife, as a woman of faith, I don't take it lightly that I am helping people with one of the biggest financial decisions that they will make in their lives. This isn't just about paperwork. It is legacy. Every time I see a young person purchasing, I think about my son. Every time I see a young family, I think about my grandbaby and how I want her to have home ownership, how I want her to build wealth utilizing real estate. Home ownership is not just about the house. It's about stability, equity, and options, and you should have options. And I want to support you in that. My ministry and business, it looks very different. I pray over everything that I touch. So as you look at my Instagram, Loans by Katrina, you'll see components of ministry in there. You'll know that I'm a woman of faith, that I'm a minister, that God orders my steps. It is not the world. It is not just random things that I pick out of the air. No, I care about you. I care about what I'm doing. And I care about how he looks at me and says, you're doing right stewarding over these gifts. Because I want more gifts. I want to be able to do what I need to do. I pray that families never feel pressured, but prepared. Because the goal is not just closing loans. It is about closing with confidence. It is about the next deal. It is about wealth. It is about being able to share with your children. As I said, my mom did the best she could. But she didn't know about real estate and how to explain it to me. Now, I have the option, or I have the ability to do that. And I want to do it for you. I want to do it with you, side by side. So this isn't about just what I do. It's about how I serve. If you're thinking about buying, if you're unsure if you qualify, because that's everybody. You're like, I don't know. My credit is this, is that. I'm not sure. If you've been intimidated by the process, don't be. We're removing all of those barriers. You just need somebody to explain it to you very clearly. And that's, my friend, what I am here to do. Explain it to you very clearly. Removing all the fears. Stop saying, I'm going to do it. I was going to do it, but I just don't know. I don't want to waste your time. You're not wasting my time. Stop wasting your time, because time is valuable. And I want to make sure that you have what you need. So if we start today, we get you that much closer to where you need to be. The difference between getting a loan and having someone walk, it's a difference between getting a loan and having somebody to walk you through the loan process. I'm going to walk with you. I'm not going to walk at you. I'm not going to walk over you. I'm going to walk with you through the process. That looks very different. So friends, now you have the picture. You know who she is. Loans by Katrina. The mother, the wife, the minister, the nana, the loan officer. You know who she is. You get to experience it. Next week, we're going to pull up another chair to the table, because I'll be joined by a very special guest. So you got to stay tuned so you can see it. You got to log in and check us out at Loans by Katrina on Instagram, on TikTok, and Facebook, so that you can see who our guest is going to be. So I'm excited. We're going to go deeper into conversations. We're going to talk about the real, not the stuff that you already see and post and things of that nature. We're going to talk about what really happens. So in this platform, you'll see people who have bought houses. So you'll see buyers, you'll see sellers, you'll see potential buyers, you'll see realtors, you'll see home inspectors, attorneys, you'll see all of the people that are a part of it, processors, everybody will come and pull up a seat at the closing table so that we could talk. We could talk about it. Like, what is it? So I'll see you right back here at the closing table with Loans by Katrina. See ya.